mitochondria and chloroplast, as you know, that chloroplast and mitochondria are the semi-autonomous cell organelles, because they have their own genome and they have their own infrastructure for synthesizing the protein, and some of the proteins present in the mitochondria and chloroplast are encoded by their own genes, whereas the other proteins are imported from the cytoplasm, and such proteins are encoded by the nuclear genes. So in this way, the chloroplast and mitochondria have got some autonomy from the nuclear genes, and therefore they are called, these two organelles are called semi-autonomous cell organelle. In the last lecture, we have already discussed the structural organization of chloroplast genome, in which you have already studied that the chloroplast DNA, the chloroplast genome consists of double-stranded circular DNA, and there is presence of about 110 genes, and there are three very important regions present on the chloroplast DNA, which include inverted repeat regions, SSC region, LSC region, and there are various important genes located in inverted repeat region, LSC regions, and inverted repeat regions, and the genes present in the SSC regions are widely separated from one another. And this mitochondrial DNA differs from the chloroplast DNA differs from the mitochondrial DNA with in the sense that there is complete absence of displacement loop region in the chloroplast DNA, whereas it is present in the mitochondrial DNA. And you also know that the genes for encoding the 4 different types of ribosomal RNA are located in the inverted repeat regions, and these 4 different types of ribosomal RNA are 23S RNA, 16S RNA, 4.5S RNA, and 5S RNA. And the genes for encoding these 4 types of ribosomal RNA located in the inverted repeat region. And the most important genes located in the LSC regions are the genes which encode the protein which make the pigment system 1 and pigment system 2. Beside this, the genes for encoding NADH dehydrogenase and cytochrome are also located in the LSC region. And as far the expression of the genes present in the chloroplast and mitochondrial DNA is concerned, the expression of gene is the expression of chloroplastic gene takes place in two steps. The first one is the transcription, and the second is the translation. The chloroplastic gene, the genes present on the chloroplast are at first transcribed, and this process is catalyzed by the RNA polymerase, and as a result of the transcription, there is formation of a pre-RNA, and that pre-RNA undergoes cleavage to form the 3 types of RNAs, which include ribosomal RNA, tRNA, and mRNA. And the mRNA is then translated on the ribosomes present inside the chloroplast. And you all know that the ribosomes present in the chloroplast are of 70S type, consisting of a smaller subunit of the 30S and the larger subunit of 50S. So at first, the very important point of to be mentioned here is that in case of chloroplastic, the transcription in chloroplast and transcription in prokaryotic cell, there is no requirement of post-transcriptional modification. As you know that in case of eukaryotic cell, at first the hnRNA is produced, and hnRNA undergoes the processing, and that processing results include polyadenylation at the 3' end, capping at the 5' end, and removal of introns and joining of exons. So these 3 phenomena, capping, polyadenylation, and removal, excision, and joining of the exons, these phenomena these processes do not take place in the prokaryotic cell and in chloroplast and mitochondria. Rather, the chloroplastic DNA is directly transcribed into the mRNA, and there is no requirement of any polyadenylation, capping, and these phenomena do not take place in case of chloroplast. So there is direct synthesis of pre-RNA from the DNA by the process of transcription, which is catalyzed by the RNA polymerase, and the mRNA then the mRNA goes to the ribosome and it combines with the ribosome, and there is initiation of translation. So the translation in chloroplast is also like the translation which takes place in the prokaryotic cell, a bacterial cell. The translation is completed in 3 steps, which include the initiation, elongation, and termination. And in this the initiating amino acid in chloroplast is also methionine, which is encoded by the codon AUG, and the termination codons are present on the mRNA, and the termination codons brings about in the termination of the elongation process. And finally, there is a synthesis of polypeptide chain encoded by the chloroplast gene. In this way, we have studied the structural organization of the chloroplast genome and the mechanism of the gene expression in chloroplast, that is the expression of the chloroplastic gene. So if you are asked in your examination to describe the structural organization and expression of gene in chloroplast, you will have to at first write you must write the introduction, and then structural organization, and in this section you will have to highlight all the important points and all the important regions like LSC region, SSC region, IR regions in detail, and then you will have to switch over to the expression of the chloroplast gene, in which you will have to describe transcription in chloroplast and translation in chloroplast. I will upload a notes on the structural organization and expression of the chloroplast gene today, and you may prepare your own note with the help of the note which I will provide. So now this lecture has